Hello, guys, and welcome to the Prediction Pod. This is the prediction game that's going to go on all season. This is Hussein. Oh, sorry, this was Hussein, and this is Amir, and we're going to be predicting the whole Premier League season. So, starting today, we're going to predict the table from 20th to the first place, and every week we're going to come in and predict every game. So, every 10 fixtures every week, we're going to predict every game. And the rules of the game are like this: for every place we get right on the table today, you get 5 points. And for a relegation team, if you get a bottom three, so suppose you pick Fulham to get relegated, which almost everybody is. So if you get Fulham to get relegated, and they do get relegated, but you have them at 18th. So if they end up at 18th, you get like 5 plus 5, 5 for getting the position right and 5 for getting them relegated right. But if you have them getting relegated and you predicted them at 20th, so you get just 5 points for the relegation, 5, and nothing for the position. And same way for the top four. So for the top four and the relegation, you have 5 bonus points. And we have the top scorer and the player of the season. This will be the player's player of the season, not the writer's player of the season, the bullshit that Jordan Henderson won this season. So it will be for the player's player of the season. And you get 5 points for that. And then every week we're going to be predicting fixtures, 10 fixtures. So 50 points will be on the line every week. And whoever gets the most right, at the end of the day, we do a table and I win and Hussein loses. So we're going to start with the table this year. And Hussein, who have you got in the 20th position this year?
I've got West Brom.
Doesn't everybody have West Brom this year? Why?
At least till now, I don't think they've added that much that they can stay up in the Premier League at all. I just don't see it. Every year, two out of the three teams get relegated, and I've
Promoted
chosen
team.
West Brom and Fulham.
Yeah, I agree with you. West Brom complete. Even I have West Brom in the 20th place. Towards the end of last season, their form was going bad. They just qualified because Brentford choked, and they
Yeah,
haven't added anything. They haven't had, and in Premier League, you need goals to survive. They don't have a striker.
they don't have to.
Yeah, they don't have a striker. They don't have much talent. Okay, so I think
I
they
don't
will go
think they
down.
have
I think
good
Slaven
defense.
Bilic, Slaven Bilic is a superb coach. We know him from West Ham, but I don't think he has enough players to keep them up.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay,
perfect.
so I'll go with the 19th. In 19th, I have Aston Villa. Aston
Okay.
Villa survived because of a VAR error last year because of the Sheffield United, and they haven't added much again. Their defense
Mm.
is a shambles. They don't have enough goals up front. They haven't signed a striker yet. They can sign a striker. But really, Aston Villa, apart from Jack Grealish, that's a championship team. They don't have much talent over there.
No, I think last year they had a lot of injuries, so I haven't kept them at 19th. I've kept Fulham at 19th because, as I said, I firmly believe two out of the three get relegated. So I have chosen Fulham and West Brom. I feel Leeds will get that initial push when they're playing really good football. They might just get those initial 10, 12 points, which is needed to survive relegation. So, for me, 19 is Fulham.
Okay, for
Although
19th.
they're Mitrovic, I still feel they will get relegated.
Who have you got in 18th?
18th is Brighton.
Okay, why?
Uh, yeah, I just feel that time is, I don't know, it's just gut feeling the third team that's going to get relegated is not Aston Villa, but is Brighton. For some reason, Aston Villa will get a lot of confidence from how they survived relegation last year. They kept Grealish. They had a lot
Yeah.
of injury issues. Hopefully, they won't have that this year. And yeah, so I have kept them at Brighton at 18th and Aston Villa at 17th. What is your
I've,
17th?
I've got 18th. I've got Fulham at 18th. I think Fulham.
No, you've got
Yeah,
Fulham at 18th.
yeah, Fulham have 18th. I think yeah, Mitrovic is there, so they have
Uh,
goals up front. He'll give them 10, 15 goals this season, so he'll keep them there. But again, the defense, the midfield, I don't think it's there. Scott Parker, I think you come up playing against the big boys now. I don't think.
And one more thing about Mitrovic is his goals do dry up at the end of the season, when it's really
Yeah,
needed.
I think.
It happened last time also.
Yeah, it happened last time also. Yeah.
So, yeah.
When 17th, I have Newcastle. I think yeah, Steve Bruce. I think everybody picked Newcastle for relegation last year. But and I had them at relegation last year, but today I think we should mention today is the 6th of September when we are doing this, and today they signed Callum Wilson and
Mm.
Jamal Lewis from Norwich, so they have spent some money and gotten some talent in. and Steve Bruce is a certified Premier League manager.
No,
So he's
I don't think Newcastle is going to be so low. I don't think they always come up 13, 14, 15 types.
yeah,
So
under Rafa, yes, you could say that. I don't think Steve Bruce did an amazing job
he
last year.
did a decent job last year also.
I thought he was my manager of the season last year
Yeah,
because
yeah,
Newcastle were dead and buried, but he saved them. But
yeah.
I don't think you can repeat. But I think they'll survive. I think they'll survive. Callum Wilson will
For
provide the
you,
goals.
17th is Callum Wilson, yeah?
Yeah,
17th
Newcastle.
Newcastle, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, so my 16th is West Ham.
Okay.
Okay, West Ham is 16th. I just don't rate Moyes, but I know he does just enough to survive relegation, and that's what he's going to do it again. He will survive relegation, although I feel the midfielder Suchek at the end of the season, he's come really good. So they have goals over there, and just survival. It's a nothing team, yeah. It's going to. They have Antonio up front who is in form, but now people will know that they have Antonio. They took Antonio lightly by end of the season, but now they will man mark him, double mark him. They will try to get Antonio out of the game, and other than that, then I don't see they have anything much. So I have them at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. So I have them at 16th.
Then 16th, I have Brighton. I think Brighton are gonna survive and comfortably because they have a really good defense. Okay, and they have goals up front. They have Trossard, they have Mope, they have another guy. Who am I forgetting? Gross and Conley. But defense helps a lot. They are well coached. They have a decent midfield, and if you can keep enough goals out, you can survive in this league. Okay, so I think Brighton will survive. They have like centre backs by the dozen. Okay,
Yeah.
and decent midfield, Trossard and Mope, and set
Mm.
pieces that dunk on set pieces, and they always pull through on that.
But
So
they
I think
also barely survived, yeah, last season.
because the bottom three was so bad. Okay,
Yeah.
and it's going to happen again this season. I think
Yeah, but
30. I think 35 points will be enough to survive. 35 points will get you 17th or 16th. I think 35 is the cutoff now. It's no more like it
it's
used to
no
be.
40.
40. It's no more 40. And I'll go with 15th now. In 15th, I have Crystal Palace. Crystal
Okay.
Palace. Roy. He's certified Premier League manager. That's the thing. And it matters a lot, having a good manager who's done that in the league so many times. He knows how to keep clean sheets, get the
And
results that,
those 5, 7 points are always the
yeah, those
difference.
5 points matter and get the results at home. That's the thing. Crystal Palace at home are a difficult team to beat. They've
Plus, they
kept,
kept Zaha also.
yeah, they kept Zaha. They signed Eze, who's a really good player. They
Yeah.
signed Nathan Ferguson from West Brom. I think they have enough in there to survive. And they have Jordan Ayew also, who's going to give them goals. So,
So at 15th, I have Leeds United.
okay.
Uh, they will start off strong. They'll go off down the rail. That's a typical BS la,
Bielsa.
Bielsa. So yeah, so I have them at 15th. Although this is the only prediction which I was confused that whether they'll become a easily top 10 team or then they'll really struggle at the end of the season. So I just chose the latter right now.
Okay.
But they'll surely survive.
Who have you got in
Uh,
14th?
14th, I have Crystal Palace.
Okay, so yeah,
Same reasons as yours. I feel they are pretty strong to survive. Zaha, Ayu, they have a good manager also. They will get those 45 points which they need to
yeah.
be
Yeah, that's
just
what I
around.
have them at. Like 40, 45 points Crystal Palace
Yeah.
will get. In 14th, I have West Ham. Again, I think you pretty much summed it up. Moyes, I'm
Mhm.
not a fan, but again, those Premier League managers, those tried and tested, they know how to get those results and they know which teams to go and get results at
Yeah,
also.
exactly. Yes.
And also, they didn't sign anybody this season, but they had signed Jared Bowen last season, anyways, who helped
Yeah.
them survive. Suchek helped them survive. Antonio, and I think Holler will do better than last year
Yeah,
with full
will do.
season.
And
And yeah,
and they have those big part players,
yeah.
the
Actually,
Hernandez
they have so
and
many goals in midfield. Yeah, that's the thing. That they have goals.
Snodgrass.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Snodgrass and one more guy was there, the Yarmolenko.
Yarmolenko. Yeah, yeah,
So yeah,
Yarmolenko
they
was
they have enough
classic.
goals in midfield to keep them. Lanzini is there.
Felipe
Felipe
Anderson.
Anderson is there. They have goals in midfield. They Moyes will survive with the defense, whatever it is there.
Again,
So I think
45 is their
yeah.
target
At
also.
14th, I have West Ham. Now, who do you have at 14th? Did you do 14th?
Yeah, I did 14. 14 was Crystal Palace. Yeah.
Okay, so I have to do 13 now. 13th, I have Sheffield United. The second season syndrome is gonna kick in. They haven't signed anyone, and mostly they lost Dean Henderson. Okay, so Sheffield United surprised a lot of people last season. But if you look at the XG and XA, the expected goals allowed and expected goals scored, they were actually a 13, 14 place team.
Yeah.
Henderson saved their asses a lot, like almost 8 to 10 goals less conceded than they should have conceded.
Yeah.
So, and
He
that,
was the best goalkeeper last season, according to me. He was
yeah,
really good. He was in my fantasy team, so I followed him closely.
yeah.
He was very good.
Yeah, he was really
Uh,
good, and I don't think that Aaron Ramsdale is as good as he's going to save them 10 goals this season. So 10
yeah.
more goals they're going to give up, and that overlapping centre backs, they're not surprising anyone with that this season.
Lundstrom is not going to
I
do
would
what he
I
did.
would actually not be shocked if they had to fight relegation, because I don't think they're a surprise packet anymore. Everybody's going to take them seriously, and the goalkeeper factor is not there anymore. So I
No, but they are a very well drilled team, so they
exactly,
will
that's
get.
why I still have them at 13, but I would not be shocked if they did make a plunge towards the lower half of the 15, 16.
Yep. So at 13th, I have Southampton.
Okay.
They lost their captain, I think, yeah, to Spurs.
Hoiberg, yeah,
Who was the captain, yeah?
yeah,
Or Ward-Prowse was the captain. So they lost a very important player over there.
yeah. But Hoiberg was important, yeah,
They are going to be somewhere around. They have goals in Ings, that's for sure.
yeah.
Shane Long comes and gives them goals. Other than that, they are an okay team. They have good, I think, fullbacks also.
Hmm.
Uh,
Really good, actually, really good fullbacks in Walker
yeah,
Peters and Bertrand.
Bertrand. Yeah. And I
Yeah.
think they have one. They signed Klein also.
No,
Klein
Klein is
went.
gone. Klein went to Bournemouth and is in
Oh,
Championship now.
yeah, yeah. So yeah, Southampton is 13 for me.
Was in 12th.
And for 12th is, did you say 13th?
I did Sheffield, yeah. Sheffield I had in
You
13th.
said Sheffield. Yeah. So 12th for me is Newcastle.
Okay.
Uh, yeah, again, they'll be close to 48 to 49 points for the season. Their Saint Maxim is actually very good. He will do very well this season. Uh, Steve Bruce, well drilled. They will get that odd results
No,
here
but
and there.
again,
So,
one of the reasons I had Newcastle so low was like Dubravka saved their asses in a major way last season.
yeah.
They were actually supposed to be a relegation team, but again, Dubravka kept a lot of shit out. But again, we know Dubravka is not that good. He's a decent keeper, but he's not that good. So I think that regression
But
to
then
mean will
the
come.
centre back combination of Lascelles, yeah,
Lascelles, yeah.
and Dubravka is a good combination. They will keep a lot of clean sheets. Clean sheets is going to come. Like you said for Brighton,
Huh.
the same way they also have clean
Okay,
sheets.
okay, yeah.
So
He's a good
yeah,
manager, no
12
doubt.
for me. What is 12 for you?
In 12th, I have Leeds United, and
Uh,
I actually just changed it today because I
okay.
had them at 10th, but I then decided, okay, I think the centre back is the new guy because the
Mhm.
last guy they couldn't sign him back. So I think that's the only reason. But if they get the centre back thing right, I feel they
Mhm.
are a top 10 team. Again, manager matters. They have one of the best managers in the world. And the thing with them is that they had the same team without like major changes for the last two seasons in the championship, and they finished top three.
Mhm.
Finished third last to last year, and the last season they finished top. So they're not a flash in the pan team. For 2 3 years,
And they signed Rodrigo.
they signed Rodrigo, yeah. So they have improved up front. They've addressed their weaknesses. They haven't done a Fulham or an Aston Villa signed 100 million players for 10 players for 100 million. They just
Mhm.
touched on their weaknesses. They've been a top team in the championship for the last 2 years running. They're not a flash in the pan. They're well drilled, well coached, and they will run you off the park. You cannot go to Leeds and expect an easy game.
Yeah,
You know,
I
I think
agree.
I could be really, really wrong. Injuries and all could happen because they have a very, very small squad. Okay,
Mhm.
it's
See,
just like
that is my issue. In
yeah.
Premier League, you cannot give 200% in every game and go injury free.
But
They
again,
they will get injured.
here's the thing: they've been coming up playing 46 game seasons in the championships,
Yeah,
and
this is only
suddenly now
38.
they have come to 38 game season, which is less for them actually.
Mm.
And again, small squad is the reason that I would go at them for 12th. Otherwise, I would have them in top 10. I had them at 10th.
But one more thing I would like to add is they used to, like, I think bottom half of championship they used to walk through. I don't think they used to even give 100%. So
I think they
over
struggle.
here, every
Actually,
game they'll have to
the teams
be
they struggle against are the teams that park the bus.
okay.
Who play low and I don't think many teams are going to do that against Leeds United in the Premier League.
No one is going to actually
No one
go
is going
over
to
there.
do that. So I think it's going to suit them. It's going to suit them. Teams that want to play against them, it's going to suit them, I think. So I feel this is a conservative. In my opinion, it's a conservative. Like as a Leeds fan, I would take relegation survival any day. But I think as even a conservative estimate, I think I have them finishing 12th, 13th in that range. So I'll go with them at 12th.
Okay, so
You take
who's
12th?
11th? No, 11th you said, yeah, Leeds?
11th, no, 12th, Leeds.
12th, okay.
Yeah.
So
And
11th for me is Burnley.
oh yes, even I have Burnley at 11th.
Yeah, and I really contemplated putting them top 10, but I think this is their potential. They will concede the least goals. They
They're
will.
they're the modern Stoke.
Yeah, they are the modern stock. Yes,
They're the
exactly.
modern Stoke.
We'll always have them in our fantasy teams
Yeah,
as
for sure.
cheap defending options.
Yeah,
But this is what they're going to do.
yeah. This is what
They will have some really good results. Huh? They might beat a
at
Man
home,
United.
at
They might
home,
beat,
at home, at home.
yeah,
Burnley are hard to beat.
they will have good results. And I have given them approximately 50 to 55, 53 points approximately they'll get
53 would be
in
really,
the
really
league.
good. Yeah, 53
So
would be really
both
good.
of us have kept Burnley at 11th.
Yeah, at 10th,
Who's
10th I have Southampton. I think
Southampton?
Southampton should improve. The coach is one of the really, really good coaches. Up and coming coaches. Hassan Attal. He started off really badly last season, but he figured it out. If you remove their first 8 matches of the last season, they would have comfortably finished, top half of the table. Like they would have
Yep.
been up the.
After the Leicester City thrashing,
Yeah,
they really went up.
they figured stuff
I,
out.
and their centre back is really good. I really like that.
Yeah,
Westergaard.
Yannick Westergaard, the fullbacks are good. Uh, Danning scored goal, and at the end of the season, Shea Adams finally started scoring goals. That was the big signing last season, who did nothing last season. So I think Shea Adams will start scoring goals. He'll chip in with 8-10 goals for them. And Redmond is really, really good player. Ward-Prowse is good. Uh, Genepo, who they signed but who was injured all last season, I think he should be also fine. I think Southampton will do really, really well. I think they are the surprise team of this season. I think they'll finish top 10.
Okay, so I have Sheffield at 10. uh, last season they really had a good season, but I don't think they'll repeat that again. As you said,
It's impossible.
I don't think the fall will be so much as much you said. I don't think it will be a 15-point difference between what they had and what they will have right now. I've kept them at around 54, 55 only this year, around 8 points less than I think last year.
Yeah. Okay.
6 to 8 points less than last year. Again, because their defense is actually very good. They play a 5-3-2
Yeah.
system, yeah.
Yeah.
So the defense is always going to be there. Maybe Ramsdale will not be as good as Dean Henderson, but their coach has a lot of faith in him. So let's see. If
Actually,
not,
Ramsdale is an ex-Sheffield United youth product.
yeah.
So he went
So
and they came
he
back.
might fit into the system, yeah.
Yep. Maybe.
Who do you have 10th?
And 10th I had Southampton, but
Okay,
ninth, I
ninth
have.
I have Everton.
You have Everton. Okay.
Yeah.
With James Rodriguez.
Yeah, I don't know because I just feel the teams above them are really strong. Uh, they have signed a lot of players. It will take time for them to gel and I just feel they've just bought players. I don't think they've plugged holes or anything, or they have like how Man United were doing for the past 6 years, just buying random players. Team में देख लेंगे क्या होगा. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't expect much from Everton.
Actually,
Yeah.
I disagree. I have Wolves at ninth. I think Wolves' honeymoon is over. I think this is, we've seen good teams come up to this level, top 7 like Aston Villa and Swansea, but they stagnate because they are not able to add to that squad and go to that next level. I don't think Wolves have gone to the next level. Right now, I think they had to make a signing, they had to make a major signing which puts them above something,
They will.
I don't think they signed 40 million for some young guy from Portugal, some Luis, I think Luis, but 18-year-old.
Is that confirmed though?
Sorry?
Is that confirmed?
Yeah, it's confirmed. It's done. Signed in the jersey.
But I think they have one of the best front threes in Jota, Raul, and
Adama Traore. Yeah, I agree. I agree.
Adama
But
Traore.
I think but stagnation is going to come in because Jimenez is 29, I think now, and
Martinez.
Moutinho is 34. I feel like, are you going to the next level? Because you finished seventh, some players start itching for that big move. Doherty got his big move, and Doherty was really important for them with goals and
Yeah.
assists. So Doherty got his big move. They're gonna replace him with someone again, some Jorge Mendes guy.
No, I don't think they're going to replace him because Traore will play that position now.
Again, then you put Traore like 40 yards away from the goal,
Yeah.
so which is not his best place to be. I personally don't think it's his best place to be. And I don't think I feel like these teams happen. They have a 3-4 year run in the Premier
Mm.
League, and then that stagnation kicks in, and you're not
Okay.
able to keep up because you're not able to go to that next level. You have to upgrade to that signing. You have to be able to make a signing that Arsenal are making, or a signing that Spurs would make. You have to be able to make that kind of signing to take yourself to that level, but they haven't done that. They're a really, really well coached team, and finishing
Yeah.
ninth in the Premier League is no insult. Finishing ninth is pretty good actually.
Yeah, because I think it's just going to be 5 points between a ninth and a
Yeah,
seventh
I
anyway.
I agree, but and again they're going to be in the Europa League again. They played
Mm.
one of the longest seasons last year. They're going to play again a long season this
Yeah,
year.
and again, I wanted to tell you about the Leeds small squad also is they're going to play a lot more matches in lot less time. I think 3, 3, 4 days there's a game.
See, again, they're used to playing weekday, midweek, weekend, because that's what happens in the championship. You have a midweek game almost every week. I think they're used to it.
Okay.
I don't think
So
Leeds will have that
at
kind of
ninth
support. It's a
you
small
have
ninth. I
Wolves
have
and I
Wolves.
have
Yeah,
Everton.
yeah. Wolves
Uh,
at eight.
what do you have at eighth?
I have Leicester.
Even I have Leicester. Same.
Leicester fell off a cliff, and they are going to keep falling off that cliff because I don't think they're that good. Tielemans, Tielemans
I
has.
won't I won't be shocked if they even get out of top 10. I just
Yeah, I agree.
give
I
them
agree.
the
I
benefit
agree.
of the
If
doubt.
they fall out of the top 10, I would not be shocked.
Yeah, because
Tielemans
they
has gone.
lost Chilwell also right now, and Vardy's not getting any younger.
I agree. There's no
Uh,
replacement for Vardy also.
there's no replacement for Vardy, and even last year they were not supposed to be dependent on Vardy as much as at the end they were.
Yeah.
Because he was the only guy scoring goals over there. Madison is good, and that City guy has not impressed at all. Yeah, who is that?
Iheanacho,
Who is it?
Iheanacho.
Nacho.
Yeah.
Nacho is.
Again, Iheanacho will give you 4-5 goals, not more than that. But
Yeah, and what is 4, 5 goals? Nothing.
yeah,
Anybody who scores
nothing.
four,
It's
five goals.
not good. It's not good. I agree. I have Everton go Leicester taking a dip at.
Okay.
Who have you got? You also have Leicester at eight.
Yeah,
So
as
let's go
it.
to the seventh.
You have Everton, I guess.
I have Everton. Yeah, you have
Yeah,
Wolves.
I have Wolves. So we
Oh,
have
so
like
that's what. Yeah, that's what we
uh,
thought.
I have Wolves. I just feel they have too many goals in them. Too many goals in Wolves. They will outscore most of these bottom thrash over there.
Yeah.
So yeah, Wolves at 7. I don't have any explanation for that. It's just I think last year they finished 7. This year they'll finish 7. They haven't gone back. They haven't gone front. This is what they are.
That's what I
Uh,
said. That stagnation. That stagnation is not good. You have to go up front. You have to take a step ahead. Even to keep your own place, you have to improve the squad. You have to add some more quality because people behind you are adding quality, and that's what Everton have done. I think I agree. I don't agree with you what you said about Everton. I know how it feels like, but Ancelotti plays a certain brand of midfield. His 4-3-3 or his 4-4-2, whatever it is, it has these three roles. One defensive midfielder, one box-to-box guy, which is to be Ramirez at Everton or at
Now I
Chelsea.
think it is Allen. Now they bought Allen, yeah.
Allen is going to be the deep lying, the Perlo role. He's no Perlo, but he's going to play that role. In that role, in the Ramirez role, it's going to be Abdoulaye Doucouré, who they're signing from Watford,
Who
who's
they
a
signed that?
decent player.
Yeah.
And that 10, which is going to be James Rodriguez. They have Calvert Lewin up front. They have Gylfi Sigurdsson. They have a
Yeah.
pretty good defense. Okay. And a decent goalkeeper. Not whatever the English fans say that, Pickford is good. I don't think Pickford is that good, but he's a decent goalkeeper. He's a top 10
Henderson will
goalkeeper.
replace Pickford anytime now.
Yeah, I agree. In English team. But yeah, Pickford is not that bad. Good fullbacks. Digne is really good. Coleman is there. And the CDB is there. So they have quality in their squad. And
But they need
Ancelotti,
centre backs also.
which is okay. Michael Keane and who's the other guy? Zuma, I think, right?
Mina.
Santimina. Well, okay, Santimina is not that good. Only he scores some headers. I don't think Santimina is that good. But again, Zuma, I think Zuma is there. I don't feel defense is that much of a problem for them. They'll
But it
figure it
will
out.
take time for this team to settle, and that's why I don't think they'll finish seventh.
I feel
Seventh will be approximately what, 60 points, yeah?
yeah, 60 is 60. I don't think so. Like 66 got you top four last time.
Yeah, but this time it will be a little more than
Yeah,
that.
I
Last
think
year.
let's hope it should be more than that.
Okay,
But I
so
think
who
yeah,
do you have at sixth?
at sixth I have Arsenal.
Even I have Arsenal.
Arsenal at sixth. Yeah, okay, Arteta, good story. They won a couple of cups. Okay, I don't think their problem is playing against big teams. I think their problem is playing against the small teams who will
Yeah.
say, Arsenal, here, you take the ball and let's see what
Okay.
you do with it. Because they showed that they can beat teams who want to attack against them. They can play a compact defense and all that, but and play on the counter because they have Aubameyang and Saka and Nketiah. But I don't think against the small teams you can do that. Those teams are going to be packed in their boxes, and you're going to have to do
Totally.
something. And unless
And
you get Ozil to play, which is not going to happen, but you need that Ozil kind of player who's going to cut upon a defense or find that pass. They don't have it. They don't have
but
that.
ultimately, more than anything, the guys above them who finished last season above them have
Or all,
really improved.
all,
So I
all
just
better teams.
don't.
They were all better teams to begin with. They're
Yeah,
still,
and they have improved also.
yeah, they
Yeah,
have all
so
improved.
they'll be sixth only.
Yeah.
At fifth, at this time, at this point of time, I have Man United. Although I hope they make some signings, but again, the top four is just too far ahead right now. That they just survived last season because Leicester City just completely went off the rails. Otherwise, they
Yeah.
wouldn't finish above Leicester City. So yeah, I have them again at 65, 66 points, but they will not finish top four this time with 66 points.
I also have ever Manchester United at fifth, and I
Yeah,
think they could fall to sixth until unless they sign some players.
yeah,
Okay,
they need.
they need a center back, they need a left back. I don't
They
think
need a
Sancho.
defensive midfielder if they are really serious about protecting their centre backs.
I think McTominay
Because
is
Fred
good.
is out.
I think McTominay is that guy, and Matic and Fred, you can do it by coming. I think McTominay is really good. I think he's going to play for
But
Manchester United.
last season he had to like start more games than what he did. It
I think
was that.
he got injured. He was injured for a long time. That's why he missed a lot of games. I think McTominay is going to be fine. I don't think they need Sancho as much because now they've signed Van de Beek. I think Bruno Fernandes can move up front and he can go into the wide areas. And he's that kind of.
How are they going to play all three together? I just don't see it.
I don't think they'll
How
play
do
all.
they play?
I don't think they'll play all three together. I think when Bruno plays in midfield, Greenwood will play on the right, on the wing wherever he's been playing. But if Van de Beek comes in, then Bruno will move from from the center to the right or to the left, be a roaming guy so that they can't pick
Yeah,
him up.
it doesn't make sense. No, last time they had him playing at the proper number eight box to box, and he was doing brilliant. Changing his role doesn't make any sense
I don't
just
think they're
to.
gonna change his role. I think they're gonna it adds that attacking dimension. If Van de Beek comes in, you can put Bruno. He doesn't get man marked in midfield. What teams are gonna start doing now is because Bruno Fernandes has had such an impact, they're gonna put one guy like you. This is your guy, Bruno Fernandes. You're not leaving his side. You're gonna mark him
Okay.
all the time. So what's the alternative to that? You put in Van de Beek over there, and you let Bruno roam. You let Bruno go to the right and break the other team's defense.
Actually, you get Pogba also to roam more.
Yeah, so
If
that's
they
what
can keep
that's what Van de Beek gives them that option because they had no
yeah,
other option apart from Bruno
yeah.
Fernandes and Pogba to put in those roles
Pereira used to come in, so
who can handle the ball and get the ball and do something with it. I think Van de Beek is another guy who comes into the midfield. He gets the ball and he knows what to do with it.
okay.
Okay.
One more thing I want to add is today there was some statement in the Norwegian press that Ole has given deadline to Woodward for Sancho. If he doesn't get Sancho, he's not going to get far in the league, and he's ultimately going to get sacked anyway.
I
So
I agree. I agree completely. I don't think Sancho is that much of a problem. I think they have goals, man. They can score a lot of goals. They have
it's
Martial.
not Sancho per se, but if you have gone the whole transfer window strategizing something, then you better get it done. Otherwise, what is the point? He didn't back Mourinho, and now he
Totally.
has not backed
I
Sancho.
totally agree with this. Like if Sancho is your guy, you should not worry about 10, 20 million. You
Yeah,
should just pay the money and get him. That's how the
exactly.
big clubs do business. But I think, for Ed Woodward, it's more important to save that 10 million. But yeah, again,
He never saves.
but you do think even if you just add Sancho to this team, they become from fifth to a third team or a
No.
fourth team. Just I think centre back is so important. I think the center because
Yeah, but I think Smalling is also back, and
Smalling's gone. Smalling's going to Roma.
He went. They got him for
It's
20
done. It's
million or
done. No, I don't know what
goodbye.
they're paying for him, but he said his goodbyes. He's going.
Oh,
Smalling is gonna go. So I don't. They need a centre back. I
they
don't
need a
think
center.
we saw it in the Europa League final. The Lindelof and Bruno Fernandes arguing. I don't think Lindelof is good enough to start for this team. If you are a top 4 team or top 3 team, or if you want to challenge these top two
So
guys,
so basically, Bay is a good third, and Lindelof is a good fourth.
yeah.
But
But
they need a second.
they need a second. They have to get
They need a
Upama.
second.
If they get Upamecano and Upamecano or Upamecano and Sancho, then left back is okay. You can do it by committee. Shaw and Brandon Williams. But I don't think you're gonna get Upamecano. I think you get a left back, you get Sancho, and then you can say we can challenge for fourth. I don't think you're as good as the top 4 teams because at fourth I have Spurs.
Yeah, even I have Spurs.
I think you look at that squad. That squad is amazing.
And it's Mourinho's second season. That's going to be Spurs' best
Yeah,
finish under him.
yeah,
And I think second is his
and it's a
best is fourth.
Mourinho squad. They're all grown-ups, man. There are no kids. There
Yeah.
was Aurier. He got rid of him. Okay,
Yeah.
there are no,
Where did Aurier go?
I think he's going to go to AC Milan, but he's not going to play. They haven't
Uh,
sold him yet, but they want to sell him. They signed Doherty. He's not going to play. I
hmm.
don't think Mourinho likes him.
Doherty is not going to play.
I don't think Aurier is going to play. Even if he
Oh,
stays,
Aurier is going to.
Aurier is not going to
Doherty is a
play.
sexy signing. It's like
Yeah,
amazing.
superb.
Amazing. I don't know how many clubs were not all over that, but
But again, Wolves own Jorge Mendes. Jorge Mendes owns Wolves in some
yeah,
part, and then he's Mourinho's client. And
Mourinho's
yeah,
Chela.
this is the whole collusion of Jorge Mendes is a whole new thing. How
And he got that Southampton captain also, who's really good at what Mourinho wants to do.
exactly. Look
Um,
at that midfield, man. Højbjerg, Sissoko, Dele Alli, Lo Celso, and Ndombele. Oh, I don't think he's on good terms with Mourinho, but even if he stays, Ndombele, that midfield is loaded. That is a top class midfield.
and you have to understand it's Sessegnon's another season
I,
who will
I,
be
I
developing.
I don't think Sessegnon is staying. I think they're going to send him on loan. So the young players are not going to stay with Mourinho.
Yeah,
It's going to
that's
go.
true. And actually, Fulham can do with him again
Yeah,
in
I
the
agree. I
Premier
think
League.
I think that's where he's going to go. I think he's going to go to Fulham or something on loan.
Hmm.
But yeah, I don't think Sessegnon is staying. But Son, Ali, Kane, Lucas Moura,
The front three is really good. Lamela,
they have.
yeah, the front
I
three
think
is
that
really
squad
good.
is really good. And whatever you think about Mourinho, he's a top class manager,
Yeah,
smart man manager.
he
Okay,
will he will get those few results in the
and
starting. Yeah,
and
his second season is
I
going to be
think
the best.
I think if they keep Harry Kane fit for the whole
Hmm.
season, I think Spurs are going to have a superb season. I think a lot of people are going to. But Harry Kane
Yeah,
has
but
played.
Super also I feel that's 70. It's not more than Pochettino did. It's going to be 70.
I think if Harry Kane stays fit for the whole season, I'm not going to predict it. I'm not going to put points on the line for that. But I think if Harry Kane stays fit, I think they could get 80, 82.
No, never.
I think
I'll
I
give you
think, I
five
think
points more if they get 82.
look, man, he Mourinho took that Manchester United team to 82 points, which finished second behind
That league was
City.
completely different. Now City, Liverpool, and
Okay, you
Chelsea are
remove
going
5 points. I think 77. Fine, 77.
to 76. I won't give you 5 points.
Okay, so I think yeah, Spurs fourth. I think we both have again Chelsea in third.
Chelsea in third, of course. Yes,
So,
as good as they are, they can't touch City and Liverpool.
but I think you
I
have to give Frank Lampard some credit here. I don't think for the Lampard effect and whatever he's telling players, not for that, but I think Lampard has put his neck on the line
yeah,
because he's put the money down and now his job is on the line because he
yeah.
has to win. I don't think
I don't think he has to win. I think even if he competes till the fourth last week of the season, that would be a good
yeah
season.
that. But I don't. I
He has
think
to compete.
anybody's competing till the fourth last week of the season against these two
No,
bastard teams.
the thing with Liverpool and City is one of them will run away with it. It's either
Yeah.
City or Liverpool. One of them will run away there and it will get over
I think it will be over for the rest of them by like week 30. By 8 weeks
yeah.
remaining, the rest of them will be out of it. I don't think Chelsea are going to be in it. If Chelsea are in it, I will give my respects to Frank Lampard. But I don't think they're going to be
No,
in it.
but they need centre backs also.
I
The-
I agree. There are lots of holes in that team. I don't think that goalkeeper is that good. They're going to sign someone else. But again, I don't think they're getting a world class goalkeeper. Which the
the
other,
AC Milan goalkeeper, yeah.
I don't think they're signing Donnarumma. Fuck that. They don't
That
have.
was the plan.
I don't think they're getting him.
So basically, they upgraded Alonso for sure.
Yeah, they upgraded Alonso
In
to Chilwell.
defensive aspect of it, they have
Yeah,
upgraded Alonso to Chilwell. Espilieta is amazing.
yeah.
Nothing. They have Kate in midfield. Uh, they have Kovacic. Kovacic,
Kovacic,
yeah.
yeah.
They have Kovacic. And then they got their big three:
Yeah.
Ziyech, Werner, and
Ziyech, Werner, Havertz.
they have Mount already. They have Abraham from last season. They have Giroud who comes and chips in very, very, very important goals. I don't think goals is going to be a problem.
The
But
goals were never a problem for them. They conceded 54 goals last season. Like, what are they going
and
to?
then and they improved it with Chilwell. So I don't think Chilwell is going to put a stop to those 54 goals anyways.
Yeah. So what are they going to? They're going to stop. Like, you need. I don't think you can win the league conceding more than 27, 28 goals. Like, maximum you can concede 30 goals and win the league. I don't think they have done
And
that in their defense.
why haven't they bought a centre back is beyond me till now. I don't know.
No
Uh,
idea. They're trusting Tomori because I don't think it makes any sense now that you spend all that money up front and then you're going to trust Tomori and Christensen,
Christiansen and
Christensen and all that to hold up your defense. And Kepa, like Kepa was statistically the worst goalkeeper in the league last season, worse than Norwich ka goalkeeper. Okay, statistically.
Rudy was very good, ideally.
Yeah,
He was doing his job, but his defense was too shit.
yeah. So Kepa was the worst goalkeeper in the league last season. They haven't replaced him because they can't replace him. They signed him for 80 fucking million pounds, and I think 72 million pounds or something. They cannot
I
get.
really thought they would do a deal with Oblak and some money, but I don't
I,
think that happened.
I think Atletico Madrid put up the highlights of Kepa for last season and they said fuck off. Okay, no deal. Fuck off.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
now I initially had I had Liverpool winning the league and City coming second, but I'm really really confused. I don't know what they're going to how they're going to replace Aguero. Yeah, so I'll still have City at second and Liverpool winning the league.
Oh, I
Unfortunately.
have it the other way around. I have Liverpool finishing second, and I think
Okay.
City running away with the league.
It's possible. It's possible. You can't. Whoever just gets that middle momentum, they just run away with it.
I feel
Last time.
I don't think City was 17 points. I think they lost by 17 points or 14
Yeah,
points. I don't think they
yeah.
were that bad a team
They
compared to
weren't. But
They weren't.
who have they replaced Aguero with?
I don't think they're going to replace Aguero. Again,
Why?
like,
He's not.
I don't think goals are their problem again because Jesus can.
Important goals are the
I,
problem.
I thought their problem was the pace on the wings last season, and the biggest problem was they did not have a set of
And
centre
Sane
backs.
was injured.
Sane was injured, but they didn't have proper centre backs last season. I think they have signed Laporte is back to fitness. That's going to make. You saw it at the end of last season when they came back after the break. Laporte
I
was
think they
back.
considered just one goal or something
Yeah, Laporte
in the.
was back. They were back.
Hmm.
You had to pull off a fluke result like Southampton did pull off a fluke result against them. They create 4 to 5 goals a match.
Legit goals.
No matter the opposition. The expected goals are 4 to 5 goals. It doesn't matter if you have Jesus up front or you have Aguero up front or Sterling up front. Somebody's going to get their foot on it, and some goals are going to go in.
Last year, Mahrez was the man. Before that, Bernardo Silva was the man.
Yeah,
I just don't know
and
how can Bernardo Silva not play every game in
Phil
that.
Phil Foden Phil Foden is coming up through the youth, and he's really really good. Again, the form of the last 8 games of the season was a preview of what's to come. If they sign Koulibaly, shut it down. It's over.
Yeah. That's where I was coming at. If they do sign him,
Yeah.
then I will give them the league too. But
Yeah.
till now, 6 September, they haven't signed him, so I can't predict
And
that.
the reason for relegating Liverpool to second is again 3 years. They've been doing this shit for 3 years with the same team, not adding anybody significant.
But if
Okay.
Thiago comes, then
Yeah, even if Thiago comes, okay, but it didn't matter to them their midfield. They're made of running. What their game is, we win the ball up front in your half, and we'll get there in 2 passes. We don't need someone to unlock the defense.
but they're just too young to stagnate. That's the point. They're just too young to
But
stagnate.
they run a lot, and the injuries are going to catch up. Because Alexander Arnold became such a big feature of that team. If you see how many chances he creates and how many
More
attacks.
than most wingers.
Yeah, and how many attacks just start from? Not just the crosses he puts in, but how many attacks, he starts. That first pass that he puts in that opens up the whole defense. And I don't think Arnold is, grown up enough now. He's like 2021. I don't think he's come into his body yet. I think injuries are going to start
And he has
showing
played
up.
a lot more minutes than he should play at
He
that
should
age.
have been playing at this stage of the
Yeah.
season. I think that those injuries are going to start catching up with Alexander Arnold. And I think Wijnaldum is gone. Wijnaldum is going to Barcelona, and Thiago will come in here. No, fuck you. Let's not talk about that. But but yeah, again, Wijnaldum was an important part of what they do. The running and the closing down. He's not the most talented guy on the ball, but without the ball, he runs his ass off. Okay, he's gonna close. And
And
the
then
main
they
thing,
have the player of the season also,
Jordan,
Henderson.
again, Henderson. Actually, Henderson did have a good season last year. It was
Good
not
season,
player
but
of the
he's
season.
not the player of the year.
Yeah, but again, 29, 30. That last hurrah, I think for Henderson is done. I think Henderson is not going to be that good anymore.
But what about Ryan Brewster? Is he going to stay or?
I don't. I don't think Ryan Brewster, even if he stays, I don't think he's going to be an effect on the season. I don't think he's a Sterling,
I think
or
he's Sterling. I
I
think
don't think
he's
I
going
don't
to be
think.
really good, but I
Look,
don't know how
he
much chances he'll get.
he was in the same batch as Foden and Sancho, that same team
Hmm.
which won the Under-19 World Cup. He was in that same team.
Yeah.
Foden has broken through, like towards the end of last season. Foden was completely in the team. Like he's the David Silva replacement. They're not signing a David Silva replacement because Foden is there.
But they
Sancho broke.
have Bernardo Silva also.
Yeah. Anyways, because it's a player. They had to replace. David Silva leaves. You have to replace him. They're like, fuck that. We have Foden. We don't need to replace him. Sancho broke through at Dortmund like for two seasons ago now. He's one of the biggest stars in the world. Ryan Brewster is still, playing for the sixth or seventh place team in the championship last season, and he wasn't lighting it up. He was scoring goals, but he wasn't lighting it up. If you are that good, if you are a Sterling, or if you are a Sancho, or if you are a Foden, that talent, nobody can stop that talent. Just because you're 18 doesn't mean that you
No,
stay on
maybe
the
that
bench.
team wasn't that good enough.
It doesn't matter. Like he would have made it at Liverpool. I'm telling you, he would have made it at Liverpool if he was that good. Like Sterling broke through at 17, Sancho broke through at 17.
No, but
Okay.
Sterling broke through a Liverpool team that was what, seventh, eighth.
Oh no,
This is this is
Sterling broke through in the season that Sturridge and Suarez were going crazy, and Sterling was the third guy where they finished
yeah.
second
But
and
now
just
now
slipped.
look at the third guy. Third guy is Salah and Mane.
Yeah, but who's still getting minutes? Shaqiri still gets minutes. Alex Oxlade still gets minutes, and Divock Origi still gets minutes ahead of Ryan Brewster. You are not able to replace those guys out of the team till now, and you're 20. I'm not saying that he's a bust and the career is over. He's not a Sterling. He's not a Sancho. I think he is gonna
But he'll stay
become.
at Liverpool. I think this year he'll stay at Liverpool.
I feel Liverpool. If you see their benches, they've been promoting the. There's some Harvey guy. I can't remember his full name. Harvey something. They signed from Fulham last season, who's
Yeah.
been on the bench a lot, and Curtis Jones in midfield. So I think those two young guys are gonna be playing.
Are they getting their Bournemouth player back, Harry Wilson?
They have him back. I think they want to sell him.
They want to sell him.
Yeah, because he's not
They
good
want
enough
to
for
sell
Liverpool.
him. That team. If City slip up even like 2%, Liverpool will win the league. They have to
Okay,
be on their toes.
another thing is like when has Pep Guardiola lost 2 leagues in a row?
Hmm.
It's not going to happen. That guy is hungry. He's demanding. I'm not saying Klopp is not demanding. Klopp is as demanding as Pep. Okay, and that's why they're both so successful. But Klopp has been demanding for 3 seasons. And when you've lifted a Champions League and a Premier League, then the players,
They've
they're
done
like,
everything.
oh yeah, what are you demanding? What are you asking more of us now? We've done
Hmm.
this. We are here. Well,
That stagnation comes.
yeah, whereas City will be motivated, like, we lost last season, and you could hear it in De Bruyne last season. He was disappointed. Like, he was by far the best player in the league, but he was
We
so fucking
haven't even
disappointed.
talked about
Yeah,
it while
because
describing
he was
City.
so fucking disappointed to not win the league or not win the Champions League. They are motivated. They're gonna come back strong, I feel, and I think City will win the league.
Okay, that's it. So I say Liverpool will win the league. You'll say City will win the league, but I might change my mind once they buy.
Demand.
Back.
Okay,
Yeah.
but I think this is locked in. Well, let's lock it in. But we have Kevin Akavits. But
Okay.
for the game's sake, this is locked in.
Top scorer.
Top scorer, I'm going Harry Kane. I think he scores 25 to 28 goals this season. If he stays fit, again, it's a caveat if he stays fit. But I think he will stay fit because I don't think he has to run as much as he had to run under Pochettino. pressuring. I think Mourinho will give it like,
I don't think a Mourinho player will ever be the top scorer.
oh, Drogba, come on.
I don't think anymore. Any who I was confused between, of course, Salah and Sterling taking penalties. So if Sterling is on penalties, I'm pretty sure Sterling will be the man of.
I don't think Sterling will take penalties.
But that is the issue, you know. So
I actually in second place I have Rashford
hmm. No.
after Kane.
Rashford is going to be a midfield. I don't think he's going to score that many goals this
He
season.
scored 17 last season.
Yeah, but that was he scored 9 when he was playing up front. So he scored
Na-
very less goals when he was in midfield. He'll assist more, but
He
he
scored
didn't score that much.
nine when he was up front, 8 when he was in the midfield, 17
Yeah.
goals. That's pretty good, man. And he went from 10, he went from 3 goals to 10 to 17.
Hmm.
He's progressing. He is the next guy for England. You know, next to Kane. I think he's going to score like 22, 23.
Salah is going to be top scorer for me. That's it.
Okay,
I've made
Salah.
up my mind.
Okay,
Yep.
Salah's got. Who's the player of
Salah
the
is
season?
anybody else which I can think of? No. Man United, no. Oh, Timo Werner, maybe Werner.
First
No.
season in the Premier League. It's the fucking Premier League. You know, you're not going to
Yeah.
go to top scorers first season.
Okay. So yeah, Salah is going to be top scorer. Who was top scorer this season?
Jamie Vardy.
By 1 goal, yeah?
Yeah,
By 1 goal.
Vardy, Ings, and Aubameyang were the top three, I think.
Aubameyang is playing midfield again, so he's
Uh,
also not going to. They sign anybody up front? Arsenal?
I think Nketiah will play up front.
No. Okay, so
Uh,
yeah, Salah is going to be top scorer for me. And
Player of the season.
player of the season is going to be KDB.
Yeah, I agree. Man, that guy is so good.
Yeah. KDB,
Like,
he had to be player of the season this season also.
yeah.
I don't know why he didn't get it because with him.
I think he didn't win the this one writers vote, but I think the players vote. I think Kevin De Bruyne won. I think he was
Yeah,
the player of the season. The players player
because
of the season, head and shoulders above any player in the league.
yes,
But
yes,
by dark horse is like if Bruno Fernandes can keep winning penalties at the same clip he was winning, I think
yeah,
Bruno Fernandes can win the player of the league. If he can drag Manu to third, okay, because his form, look,
I didn't see
form
it.
was amazing. That 10-12 match run since he came in, that 10-12
If
match run was amazing.
if
I don't
KDB
think
is not the player of the season, then it will be Salah. It
okay.
will be one of these two, either Salah or KDB. But I have gone for
I'm
KDB.
gonna go with KDB. I'm also going for KDB. I think
Yep.
KDB is the player of the season.
Yep.
Okay, I think we are all done here.
We are done here. Let's
Yeah.
so to recap. Maybe we should post a screenshot
Yeah.
on the comments.
Hopefully, I'll figure out how to edit this thing and put some basic graphics
Yeah.
in. So I'll put in our teams and our predictions, and
Yep.
we're gonna do this on next week. We're gonna predict the first
Yeah.
match week
Yes.
of the
Yes.
season. Okay.
And we'll give some fantasy tips also if we can, because we are
Yeah,
such great
yeah, we'll
fantasy
add some
people
fantasy. Of
in
course,
the
we'll add
top
some fantasy.
100 and 1 lakh people.
We're in the
So,
top 1 billion for sure, and that counts for something. Okay, there are like 7 billion people in the
we are
world,
better than every
and we're in the
seventh
top
person on this
1 billion.
earth.
We're like top 1 percentile of in
Amazing.
the world.
Amazing.
Yeah,
Okay, so till next time.
yeah. See you. Take care. Bye, guys.